Rayman Legends, Definitive Edition on the Nintendo Switch. This is a game that I purchased through one of the GameStop, was it buy four, you can basically buy a bunch of games for less than $20. You can get them for $10. This is basically going to be a $10 rental. Where's that listed here? Version 1.0. Are you kidding me? This is supposed to be the definitive edition. Well, anyway. Maybe it's version 1.0 of the definitive edition. I want to say I played this game and it's on the launched edition on disc from the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox. I want to say it was the Xbox 360. On this channel, I did play Rayman Origins, I believe. Again, this is one of my main problems with the Rayman games. I can't tell them apart. There was this, there was Rayman Origins, and of course, I played the original Rayman on the PlayStation 1 Classic. I actually played it on the Saturn originally, but I know I had the PlayStation game on this channel as part. Yeah, want to see how I do on the Albanian leaderboard? I mean, we'll go down. Maybe I can represent Panama. We'll see how it's doing. But the idea is that I know I played a bunch of these games. Honestly, I played 4 Rayman games. But the only one I actually recorded on this channel was Rayman Origins and the PlayStation 1 Classic port. These games seemed fine in concept. They're at the time when Rayman came out in 1995, it was very much on the tail end of the side-scrolling mascot platformer. The 2D side-scrolling mascot platformer was finally falling out of favor in the early 90s. Obviously, by the time Sonic the Hedgehog dropped in 1990, they were everywhere. I mean, obviously, everyone loved Mario. But by 1990, they reached kind of a critical mass because Sonic the Hedgehog blew up. So it's like, okay, let's do Impossible, Chester Cheetah, Fido Dido, Cool Spot, Arrow the Acrobat, Zool. Okay, I'm not gonna do the entire list. Kid Chameleon, Shaka the Forever Man. Like there were just all these games. I mean, you can put Shinobi in there, I guess. But the whole point of it is that at some point, everyone had to create a mascot, Bubsy, and create a 2D side-scrolling platformer in the spirit of a Mario or a Sonic. So in the case of, say, Bubsy, you're getting a Sonic-like 2D platformer. In the case of Plock, you're arguably getting a more deliberately paced Mario-like platformer with a few extra gimmicks. And like in Rayman, in Plock you could throw your limbs as projectiles. But as I recall, the original Rayman game, which I need to play more of, it was pretty stale. Like your character was extremely sluggish, and the platforming was functional but completely like straitjacketed. It's like a platformer that was made by people who were afraid to actually like let loose and do anything. Smaggity smaggity. So this game does look good, but it looks good in a different way than the original Rayman did. Because Rayman was one of those old school 2D pixel art platformers. Oh, I went to the left and I found a secret. Just like in Metroid. I can hold down the square button. I can hold down the jump button while in midair, right? Yeah, I press the jump button to get in midair. There we go. This feels like a Flash animated game, but I think it works well. Hold up and press attack for the launcher, I guess. Okay, jump. Then down and attack while in midair for the ground pound. Okay. So we'll see if that does anything. There's no run button to my knowledge, is there? But I always thought the whole vibe behind this game was chill platformer. But it controls way better than Rayman 1, which, like I said, was just incredibly simplistic. Got it. Eat it. Try to do the ground pound to get them out. You see? Was that the trick? Help. So there is a sprint button. Okay. Not as much help as I was expecting, but hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, so ZR is for sprinting. I mean, the controls seem tight, so that's good. Like I said, it seems way tighter than Rayman 1. Whoops, I missed something. Whoops. I want to say this was a launch title for the Switch, wasn't it? Which makes sense. If you want a 2D, you got a new console, you got to have a 2D platform to go with it. I think the PS4 had Silly Putty Adventures. Power the PlayStation 4 on that one. Not the worst game I played on the PS4, but close to the bottom. Like it's down there with tiny troops. Pokey pokey. Thank you. So you can just crouch and attack. Cute. A. Tickle, 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 tickle. This does feel familiar. I mean, maybe I played the Wii U version. Because I know I played this. I feel like I played this game before. We good? Yeah, we're good. So there has not been a Rayman game since this one, to my knowledge. This was like a mobile game. Press the circle button. Bye. So I can punch him. Nothing else over here? Is there something over there? Nope. Nothing to grab. It's not that I can find. But yeah, so we're talking about mascot platformers. Like, what... I remember, obviously, I played a bunch of them on the Super Nintendo. I never had a Genesis, really, as a kid, so I can't really speak to any of the Sega platformers. Obviously, I never had a Master System. I mean, who had a Master System? What are you kidding? Press Y to hit. Okay. Suck it. So that was the help. That's the guy was screaming, help me. I mean, I did like, yeah, in retrospect, I did like Donkey Kong Country about as much as most people did, even though I didn't like platformers that much. But yeah, I think Donkey Kong Country might be like the final platformer I'm willing to play. Like there are a lot of platformers I don't really make time for these days. But back in the day, you could have convinced me that Donkey Kong Country and Yoshi's Island were the best platformers ever made. Because I never really liked Sonic. We're good. Whoop. Just a second. Okay, we're good. Boop. Turn the wheel. Okay. We're good. Works for me. Yeah, the hit detection is tighter than Donkey Kong Country in this game, so that helps. Didn't I see us in Castlevania 4? Okay, so we can drop down here and we're good. So I can go sideways. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it works. Yeah, see? No problem. Yeah, cool. Fine. Fine. No, I don't think we need that. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, I did. I remember what Saturn platformers did I play? I want to say I played. What was it? Yeah, what game was that? Astal. A very good soundtrack, by the way. Was ASTL Astal? And I wonder when they gotta come out with a Saturn emulator at some point. Well, they have some. I haven't bothered to keep track of the emulator scene. But there's like a non-zero chance I had some Saturn CD-ROMs lying around here from back in the day. I sold all my Saturn games. I think I might have sold Virtual Fighter 2. Although I want to say I still had it because I was able to get the Red Book soundtrack off it, but it's just not worth very much, which I guess makes sense. It's a very good game though. But I mean, I have, I have Virtual Fighter 2 on the what you call it? Whoops, not good. Whatever I tried to do was not good. But I got it. I got Virtual Fighter 2, the arcade ROM on what was it, on Yakuza. So I don't really need the Saturn game anymore. I don't need the Saturn port anymore, do I? Although that game did have some what you call it. I had to hold down the circle button, hold down the A button for that. I want to say the Saturn port was kind of notorious because of some graphical glitches, but it was always a very good game. I played like 100 hours of that back in the late 90s. Now, would I buy a Saturn just for that? Well, no, but I got a Saturn really cheap, so it was a must buy at that point. So there was a item over to the left before I started all this platforming that I wasn't able to grab. Oh well. Hey, whoops. Took that L. Do I have unlimited lives here? Cozy platforming. It seems fine. So yeah, I could see a speedrunner having a lot of fun with this part. See how quickly we can get through all this crap. Yeah, off the top of my head, have I liked any straight up platformers that weren't like Metroidvanias? I mean, I liked what was that game? There we go. Got him to drop it. Got him to pull up his shield. Yeah, there was that Elder Lilies, which was the 2D Dark Souls game, but it was also a Metroidvania. So I don't really put it in that category. Because most of the platform, I mean, Dead Cells. Okay, Dead Cells is the best game of the last decade that I played. But that's not a platformer in the traditional sense. Okay, it's a Metroidvania. But I mean, it changes up the rules so much as far as like how like character progression. The fact that the maps are completely dynamic. The combat is more about like the platform arenas are more like combat arenas. You use the platforming to kind of survive the platforming arenas. And of course, you have all the fast travel parts that you can unlock. But it's like you're doing the platforming in the service of the combat. The platforming, like you aren't exploring in the sense of like you aren't like doing traversal tricks. You're doing all the platform. I think is that a spider? I bet it's a spider who crawled in here. Yep, probably crawled in through the. I mean, look, we have lots of open windows in here because I like to get the fresh air in here. So yeah, we're gonna get a few bugs out there, so I can just throw it out later. I don't need to smash bugs in this house. We don't have that. We don't have an infestation or anything. I think the odd wasp did get in here, and I had to dump it outside. I think the wasp actually got in here through the vents. I would not be shocked. Switch to handheld mode. Oh, I'd say it requires a touch screen. Screw that. I can't even, of course I can't capture that stuff. That's the main reason I haven't bought a DS. I haven't done any DS videos on this channel. Although no, I did do Mega Man Battle Network and what was I did Mega Man Battle Network and one of the DS I think it was the Mega Man ZX, one of the Mega Man ZX games. I don't have any friends. At least none who play video games like this. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Whoops! Or I forgot to run. I can run. There we go. And it's it. Whoops. Suck it. So you kick your opponent to stun him. Sprint. Uh-oh. Bad. Whoops. Wrong way. Out the way. Whoops. That was lucky. Suck it. Ah. Haha. I win. This is just training. This is just training. Uh-oh. Such a European game. It's just a Canadian game, isn't it? Uh-oh. It's mine. Nah. Uh-oh. You're playing the 10. Guess we'll play the 10. Hey! How did that not go in? Crap. That's 10. Okay, so what are we doing? Okay, we're out. So it's just training. That's cute, but whatever. It feels like they added that as DLC. I don't remember. Load times. So what's the deal with all this? Open. Lucky tickets. Scratch a lucky ticket to win your first Back to Origins painting. Okay. So just use the left and the right stick. I won Lums. She doesn't look like a green. She doesn't look like a green bikini clad alien babe to me. The only Lums we accept are anime chicks. So how we doing? Yeah, the only Lums we accept are alien babes. How we doing this? Whatever. Collectibles. Okay, so now he's here. But do these guys all have the same abilities? Was that, I thought there was a trick. I thought some of these guys had different abilities. Yeah, they all have the same abilities, right? So if they all have the same abilities, what's the point? Funky Ray. Yeah, they're all the same, aren't they? Yeah, I guess they're all the same. Yeah, I guess they're all the same. So what's the point? Well, make your own fun, I suppose. Fair enough, I suppose. Challenges. Let me try something first. Just to see just peep what's going on here. Yeah, but on the what was it? I'm trying to think of what platformers I actually liked on the Super Nintendo that I would still play today. Like Kirby. But again, that feels more like a bunch of sandboxes than like a platformer. But you have so many more traversal options in that game than in most platformers you play. Well, let's see how we do. I don't want to ask my friends. They're busy watching streaming, I guess. We're not going to change heroes. It's possible I might have to join. Yeah, we can't come back in here. So there's no reason for me to do any of this. Yeah, screw this. We're out. So I guess we can't play against the AI. We already did training. Yeah, well. Check the time. Yeah, so I guess this will be a shorter video than I expected. I don't want to go an hour on this. I'll see if it's worth an hour. I'm not going to make any promises. Nope, can't go online. Nope, we have no online. Okay. Lucky Tip would give you lums. What's the point of lums again? So I don't need any of that. So if I get enough teensies, I can break the lock, but I need 12 teensies. And on the top right-hand corner of the screen, I only have 8. So you know what that means? Get in there. Fair enough. So we have 8 of the 10 teensies that are here. Yeah, there were 2 that I missed. I do kind of want to just... I do kind of want to just skip ahead, just kind of see what I can unlock. Then come back later and do a perfectionist run. Yeah, those are just lums. I don't need lums. Okay, we're out. Yeah, speaking of that, do I have any yeah, my GameCube, I don't think there were any platformers I wanted to buy because I already have Super Mario Sunshine on the Switch. Although I just heard apparently Paper Mario is 60 frames a second on the GameCube, but it's only 30 on the Switch. Because God forbid the Switch be incapable of playing a GameCube game at 60. Freaking Mario, what is it? Metroid Prime Remastered came out. 1080p 60 looks amazing. The only version of the game you need to play is Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch. Because I owned the GameCube version. Actually, I rented the GameCube version when it launched. I don't remember if I liked it or not. Can't really remember, really. I think I tried to convince myself that it was actually better than it was. I played Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Wii. That was garbage because the control sucks because I hate the Wiimote. So yeah, this version you need to play is definitely on the Switch. Hold on. I was going to drop something. Remember, I can run by holding down R1, R2. Give me the loot. Who wants some? Was he torturing that lum? Probably. Suck it. Whoops. Yeah, so we go back. See if we can go back up. Darn it. I should still be able to get that thing. Give me a second. There it is. Actually, didn't the Rayman team work on that Prince of Persia 2D game that I still haven't been playing? I think I did a video of the demo. Can't even remember if I did a video of the demo. That's how memorable that was. But it was just a demo. Whoop, I went the wrong way. Darn it. I'm supposed to grab the thing. Maybe this is just the detour. He's torturing the lum. That's messed up, dog. So how we doing this? Okay, so I hit that. All right. Oh, that's messed up. Ah, made it anyway. Okay, so I don't know what those icons were supposed to represent, but whatever. Okay, so that was just a detour, so we're fine. Pretty cool scalable vector graphics they got going on here, but it's like whatever. It feels like a discount vanillaware thing they got going on here. Yeah, I want this stuff, right? Loser. Well, I didn't get the lums in the right order, so they changed colors. Oh, well. Am I going the right way? I can wall jump in this game, right? Yeah, wait, don't do that. Do this. Dot. We'll come back in a second. We're good. Give me the loot. Is it worth it? Doubt it. Your run isn't really that fast. But yes, is way better than Rayman. Rayman 1 is just really, really, really simplistic. Not really a fan of it. But it looks good. Yeah, even the Red Book audio is kind of lame, I'll admit. Excuse me. I'll take that. That works. Excuse me. So how many more lums did I get? I got 2 of the lums. I think I only found 1, because there are 2 there. 1 on the left and 1 in the center. But I don't know if they always. I don't know if they're like. There seems to be an implication here that they're not. You don't collect them in that specific order. I don't think. Not sure what's going on with that. Haha. We going up or down? Let's find out. I'll take that. Okay, so that's the second lum, I guess. Yeah, I'm losing count now. How many lums I captured? How many lums I've rescued? Ooh, a secret. So how we doing? Oh, don't touch the. Stupid. Excuse me. I use the ground pound attack. Excuse me. Gotcha. And because I rescued him, I could just float in midair because it's a safe landing, I guess. So I guess I found the queen. I stand a queen. There we go. Kind of a lum. So I found all the king lums, I guess. Ah! Careful. I missed a thing. Darn, I missed a thing. Can't go back, I don't think. Can I die of drowning? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Am I greedy enough to get it? Yes, I am. I'll take that loot. Thank you very much. Gimme. So I missed one, but that's okay. Nope. Can I get that one? There we go. Yeah, I needed to bounce off of that. So it bounces me diagonally, not straight up. Got all the purples. Gimme. I want that. We're good. Hold on. Might be able to get it. Yeah, I think I missed that one. Got it. Jeez. Shouldn't be that complicated. Breezy. Fair commentary. If you want a challenge, you can try speed run it, no death it, no problem, I suppose. Is there a minecart level like in whoops, didn't mean to do that. That was bad. Everything I just did there was terrible. Ugh. Oh, so that's how you're. Whoops, hold on, I missed one. Darn it. Ah, whatever. Screw it. Boop. So that's the secret. You gotta bounce off them. It's a platformer after all. Got the loot. So I think I already missed one. So whatever. Suck it. You like how you whack those with your axe? It's kind of fun. Pretty chill game. Not a whole lot to it, I don't think. Ray. I want to say this was a $50 game when it launched, maybe 60. What do you people want? It's a 2D platformer from Ubisoft in the year of our Lord 2018, whenever this game came out. We're good? Yeah, we're good. So we missed one. Yeah. So we missed one of those, what you call it. Maybe we got about 20 minutes. I'm going to call it in a few. Rayman is what Rayman does. It's a game you rent. You put maybe a couple of days into it, then you just don't touch it again. The controls are tight, but they're not particularly exciting, I don't think. It's doable. If you gave it to a kid, you'd probably be fine. Which is probably the reason these games exist. But yeah, but just the Rayman one to me was just kind of stultifying. Like it looked really good. It's probably one of the best looking games in the. In retrospect, it's probably still one of the best looking games in the PlayStation because the main problem with the PlayStation 1 is that all of its games look like crap unless they were in 2D. The 3D games all look like trash because of those stupid swimmy textures that look like you were drunk. I'm seriously, try playing a PlayStation 1 game on original hardware that's in 3D. Like, what do I have? I have Vagrant Story, which is one of the better looking 3D PlayStation. Yeah, Chrono Cross. But there's a lot of pixels. There's a lot of painted, rendered art in those games. That's different. Can't unlock that one yet. So I guess I can do Toad Story. No, I'm not gonna keep coming back. I don't care. Yeah, again, I'm nothing against platformers. I just guess I just need something other than just platforming. Collectibles, I guess. I don't know. I need 35 of those. Winds of Strange. But yeah, having this like open area, kind of like a hub world in Mario 3 and 4, Yoshi's Island, and games like that. Like I remember being a fan of Yoshi's Island, but I need to play that again on the Super NES Classic. The touch fuzzy get dizzy stuff probably doesn't work exactly the same way on the Super NES Classic, but it does the job. Oop, missed it. Didn't collect them in the right order, so I didn't get the maximum value. Sorry, well, whatever. You can do a completionist run later. You know, the perfect run. Did I miss it? Yeah, I think I missed the floating lums, but whatever. I take that updraft. Music is surprisingly chill. I mean, it's no Donkey Kong Country, but I think the headline. Everyone knows the headline by now. What is that game? What is that? What's the line from Hard Times? Man making soundtrack to game about a monkey riding a swordfish creates transcendental piece of music. And I think most game music fans would understand that vibe. Donkey Kong, I called it when it launched. Donkey Kong Country soundtrack is 10 times better than it needs to be. Because I like a good Mario soundtrack, but very few Mario songs are on that level. Although Koji Kondo did do his whole thing with Mario 64's Dire Dire Docks, which is still considered a all-time classic. I mean, obviously Kondo did a lot of really good music for those Mario games. Just that almost none of it's music that I want to hear outside of the game. Though I do like some of Super Mario Land. That was Tanaka, right? Yeah, that was a hip Tanaka, I think. Excuse me, bastard. Guess I got greedy. I deserve that. That'd be a lesson to you kids. Despite what video games are teaching you, don't be greedy. Gimme. What was I just saying about greed? Whatever. Forget what I just said. We're gonna leave that one alone. It's just a coin. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess you could make some Mario Maker levels like this. Well, you know, it just feels kind of. Yeah, I think the whole point of this game is like it's a ROM hack. It's like a DLC for Rayman Origins, I guess. I forget exactly what the lineage is of this franchise at this point. But I don't think Rayman Origins ever came out on the Switch. Again, I lose track of all this. I want to say this game came out on the Wii U. And in a way, it feels right to play a game like this on a portable console. Whoops. Do it again. Darn it. Nope. Just a second. Got him. Got him on the ricochet. That is kind of cute. Puzzle platform. Yeah, the idea of doing these kind of light puzzles for collectibles and like collectibles that like unlock other areas. So I mean, I don't mind that. I just wish the levels had more to explore. These levels feel very go left, go right, occasionally go up or down. So not a lot of exploration. It's very much in the Donkey Kong Country vein, I think. Although Donkey Kong, obviously some Donkey Kong levels were like, some Donkey Kong Country levels were like, yeah, like, this is a pretty big area. If you're willing to go off the beaten path, you can find some hidden items, stuff like that. Extra lives. I mean, stage one was literally like, yeah, the jump was at the first stage in Donkey Kong Country was like, Jungle Japer, I think it was called. Like, that entire first stage was just, yeah, this is how big the levels can be. Even though a lot of levels were like, there were minecart levels. Winky's Walkway. What do you call that? Winky's Highway. I don't remember what it was called. Like, some levels are just straight, obstacle courses. Like, nothing to them. But some actually encouraged some exploration, and that was cool. Though I am curious if Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3 hold up. Because I remember liking Donkey Kong Country 3 more than I should have. That's mainly because you had the ability to, like, helicopter through the air, much like this character right here. So I'm just not supposed to touch any of these, huh? Got it. So don't touch the sides. I'm good. Yeah, we did it. Mm. It's no Bramble Forest from Donkey Kong Country 2, but it does the job. Another classic song. Again, old school video game music fans, they'll know Bramble, what's it called, the Bramble song. They'll know Aquatic, Ambience. They'll know all those songs from Donkey Kong Country. Winky's Walkway, I think, was the other one. There might have been like 5 really good songs in Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. Don't remember the third game having that much good music, though. I mean, yeah, I can pull out Donkey Kong Country like twice a decade and be reasonably entertained. I'm probably going to do a longer video about it. I just do like HDMI test capture videos. I don't really like commit to playing Donkey Kong Country. I don't dislike it, but it's like if you ask me to rank, okay, what would you rather play right now? Donkey Kong Country 1, Donkey Kong Country 2. I would play any Donkey Kong Country over Super Mario Brothers 1. I'm just going to say it. Don't like Super Mario Brothers 1 that much. I owned it, obviously. Not interested. We're fine. So 25. So we're gonna end the video pretty soon. We might do an hour of this game later, but seems fine. Yep, we got it. All right, so I think we get the idea. So let's see what's going on with the lucky tickets. So again, all these different heroes just feel like, costumes. Does it smell like bubblegum? Weird. I got a Pwig. Got a Pwig. Got a Yadio Pwig. A Pwig. Ray. I had no idea what that gives me. Every day your creatures will release new lums. By every day, is this game on a clock like Animal Crossing or something? I mean, whatever. Again, every time I play this game, I'm like, it seems fine, and I never touch it ever again. I can't. Oh, I can grab it. Give me the loot. Gimme! Gimme! Okay, I'll leave you alone. I got what I wanted out of you. I'll leave you be. I stole your lunch money. I drank your milkshake. Yeah, these games are fine. Rayman 1 is probably trash, but it was good-looking trash. Again, I have a strange affinity for 32-bit, mid-1990s to late 1990s 2D games. 60 creatures to win, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just... I struggle to think of platformers from the PlayStation era I would still be playing today. Now, obviously, I could play a Super Nintendo, like a Super Nintendo platformer probably got made in 97 that I forgot about. I know Harvest Moon came out in 97 of all things. We're not going to play in handheld mode. We can't go online, so we can't do the tournament. So yeah, this game's fine, whatever. It's a lot more affordable now. Like I said, GameStop had it on sale with the bundle with the buy four games for $40. So this is one of those games that was in the $10 range. So I can see people wanting to seek it out because you know how hard it is to find a Switch game that's affordable these days. There are a lot more $20 Switch games now, which I think the Switch is a perfect console for that. I guess in a way it's kind of like the Wii. There are a bunch of games that don't necessarily have to be AAA games, but they're good games, and they probably would have a better chance to get more playing time on a portable console, where the expectation is you don't have to play a AAA game all the time. That's, I mean, a Switch is like an indie machine, you know what I mean? Before the Steam Deck came out, of course. But a game like this, it feels right for a Steam Deck, and it feels right for a Switch. The idea of like sitting in front of your 4K TV and playing Rayman Legends in the year of our Lord 2024 does seem a little bit dumb. But playing, Rayman Legends on a 25-inch, 720p monitor, or that's mounted on a Nintendo Switch is probably perfectly fine. I think let's put it this way: I might not want to play Dead Cells on a 4K TV. I did, but it kind of feels better on a Switch. I played Bloodstained on a 4K TV. Feels better on a Switch. And I think that's true of Rayman Legends. If I liked it, I would be playing it on a Switch. But I think other versions of this game are way less expensive. Like, I want to see the PS4. You know how it is. PlayStation 4, Wii U, Xbox One versions of this game are way less expensive, I would argue. But being able to buy this game for $10 is, I probably think, a better deal for... It's a better deal for people who are into this kind of game. Off the top of my head, I'd much rather play Dead Cells, but again, it's not that kind. This is not that kind of game. This is way breezier than a Dead Cells. Bloodstain, it's a lot more complex than this, so that's a game I'd rather play. So this becomes this. So then this is the problem. Why do you want to play this game if you really, really, really aren't into traditional mascot platformers? This is better than most Super Nintendo platformers I've played, but there's not much to it. I'll be the first to admit that. If a game like this were released with pixel art graphics on the Super Nintendo, I would play it for like a couple of hours and never touch it again. Which is what I'm gonna do now. Although I might dig into it a bit later, but everything about this game just says, rental, sell it, use the money to buy something that's a bit more interesting. I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, I just want to keep games that I want to keep playing rather than just kind of convince myself that this one's worth my time. So I'm like, whatever. Recorded this with my Plantronics 3 headset, plugged into my quad core. Was this a quad core? It's a Windows 10 education laptop. I think it's a Celeron, actually. I think it's a quad. I think it's a 4-thread Windows 10 education laptop. 60 frames a second, of course. Nintendo Switch was mounted, and I captured the footage and with a J5 Create 4K UHD capture box. So I played it on my TV using the HDMI pass-through, which has lower input latency than the laptop does. Just a second. Better than I thought. Yeah, the input latency is a little bit faster on this. I tend to believe that the input latency on the box is fine. The J5 Create box is okay. But I'm capturing it on a Windows 10 laptop. Maybe the input latency is higher on another laptop that I've tried. Well, there are several ways for me to check this, but in the back of my mind, I know I'm getting less input latency on this because the image appears slightly more quickly on the TV than it does on the laptop. But I think this Windows 10 laptop might have a less input latency on this than I expected. Yeah. Yeah, input latency is faster. This TV is obviously the way to play this game. Let's not kid ourselves. We might play this later. I don't know, but I finally got a video of Rayman Legend up. And it's a Switch version. It probably runs at 60, so I think it'll be fine.